Segment 3, The Industrial Revolution Changes Everything. Please like, subscribe and share right now. And so, we drift forward once more. The merchant ships have sailed. The stock markets have opened their doors. The great trading empires of Europe have carved their names into the story of commerce. And now, as we move gently into the late 18th century, something is changing. You can feel it in the air. A low, steady hum. A distant rhythm. Like the heartbeat of a new world, just beginning to wake. The Industrial Revolution is coming. It begins, as so many great shifts do, not with a declaration or a ceremony, but with a single quiet invention. In 1769, a Scottish engineer named James Watt made a series of critical improvements to the steam engine. The steam engine itself was not new, but Watt's refined version was something different entirely. It was efficient. It was powerful. And it could be put to work. For the first time in human history, machines could do the work of dozens of men, tirelessly, hour after hour, day after day. Factories began to rise. And the nature of work and business would never be the same again. Before the Industrial Revolution, most goods were made by hand. In homes. In small workshops. By skilled craftsmen who took great pride in their work. But as factories spread across Britain and then Europe and then America, a new system emerged. One where workers came together under one roof, using machines to produce goods faster and in greater quantities than ever before. This system was called mass production. And it transformed business from a world of careful individual craft into a world of scale, of volume, of speed. Goods that had once been expensive luxuries became affordable to ordinary people. The world of commerce had found a new gear, and it pressed down hard. With factories came cities. People flooded in from the countryside, drawn by the promise of work and wages. And as cities grew, so did the complexity of business. Entrepreneurs began to see opportunity everywhere. In transportation. In energy. In communication. In the basic needs of a rapidly growing urban population. A new kind of businessman was emerging. Not the quiet merchant of the Middle Ages, but something bolder. More driven. More ambitious. The entrepreneur had arrived. And one of the earliest and most transformative entrepreneurial developments of this era was the rise of the railroad. In 1825, the world's first public steam-powered railway opened in the north of England, running between Stockton and Darlington. It was a modest beginning. A short stretch of track. A slow and rattling journey. But the implications were staggering. For the first time, goods could be moved across land at speeds never before imagined. The railroad didn't just move cargo, it moved the entire pace of commerce forward. Breathe slowly here. Let the rhythm of those early trains carry you gently forward through time. As railroads expanded, so did the need for enormous amounts of capital to build them. And so, companies issued more shares to the public. Investment banks grew to help raise and manage vast sums of money. And governments began to formalize the rules around these growing financial markets. In 1817, the New York Stock Exchange was formally established, bringing order and structure to the chaotic world of share trading in America. Wall Street, that quiet stretch of road in lower Manhattan, was beginning its long journey toward becoming the financial heartbeat of the world. But with great financial opportunity came great financial risk. In 1837, America experienced one of its first major economic crises. Banks had lent recklessly. Land speculation had run wild. And when the bubble burst, hundreds of banks collapsed. Businesses failed. Workers lost their livelihoods overnight. It was one of the earliest and most painful examples of a financial panic, and it would not be the last. Yet from crisis always comes adaptation. Always comes innovation. And in the mid-19th century, a new legal concept emerged that would protect entrepreneurs from catastrophic personal ruin. In 1855, Britain passed the Limited Liability Act. For the first time, investors in a company could only lose what they had invested. Their personal wealth, their homes, their savings, were protected if a business failed. It was a profound and far-reaching idea, because it meant that people could take risks, could invest, could build, without the fear of losing everything. Limited liability didn't just protect investors. It unleashed them. For now, let the soft rhythm of a steam engine carry you. Let the gentle clatter of an early railway lull you into stillness. The factories are humming quietly in the distance. The world of business is stretching itself, reaching further, dreaming bigger than it ever has before. Rest now. We will find them soon. Please like, subscribe, and share right now. Facts covered in Segment 3. 1. James Watt made critical improvements to the steam engine in 1769, transforming industrial production. 2. Mass production emerged from the factory system, making goods affordable to ordinary people for the first time. 3. The world's first public steam-powered railway opened between Stockton and Darlington in 1825. 4. The railroad revolutionized the movement of goods and accelerated the pace of commerce. 5. The New York Stock Exchange was formally established in 1817. 6. Wall Street began its rise as America's financial center during the railroad expansion era. 7. America experienced one of its first major financial panics in 1837 due to reckless bank lending and land speculation. 8. Britain passed the Limited Liability Act in 1855, protecting investors from personal financial ruin. 9. Limited liability transformed entrepreneurship by allowing people to invest and build without risking everything they owned.